Live. That's right.
Yeah,
John.
going live from the west side. John's
Broadcasting
going.
live.
Yep, yep. How you doing this week, everybody?
I'm doing good. We
Yeah,
got John on here today. He wanted to get on here just to
yep,
hang
yep,
out and
I'm going with
yep.
check it all out. So,
In case you all don't know, John is one of our wonderful moderators,
yep,
and
moderator and one of
he
my
wanted to
uncles.
make a visual appearance,
Yeah, he
just
wanted.
hanging out.
Yeah, just hanging out.
just hanging out. You know, yeah.
Hey, what
So,
happened to? Oh, there's Parkway.
what? Yeah, yeah. Hey, Parkway, how you doing? Well, we had just a guy from nowhere scheduled, and he got a call about a Bigfoot sighting where he grew up,
Oh,
and he, of course, priorities change. Everybody
The
knows
sun's
that,
a little bright, so I have the glasses on.
you know. So he took off to go do that. Um, he posted a video of it the other day, and it's probably going to be a multi-part video. But he's getting down and dirty, man. He's putting waders on and getting in the water and following the pathway and everything. So,
wow.
hey,
Why not?
Squatchaholic,
I'm all
glad to
for it.
have you here.
Hey,
So,
there she is. She's back.
you know,
Yep.
people, especially in these crazy times,
Yeah.
people's lives and priorities change at a moment's notice, and I don't blame him. You know what I mean? He was very, very cordial enough to let me know well in advance.
Oh, that's good.
So
He's
you know what
okay
I
in my
mean.
book.
But hey, Max, how you doing, buddy? Glad to have you here, man. So, yeah. But before we get into the main topic of what I want to talk about this week, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna,
Do it.
I'm just gonna BS and let people come in for a minute. But it was a rather interesting day out yesterday. Um,
Oh
I'm,
yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people have seen me sit in one particular spot, which is in that field of foxtails, right in front of the area. Well, I get out there yesterday, and there's literally a manhole-sized spot cleared out of all the foxholes or foxtails. It was down to the dirt. Everything was pushed out, and it looked like something had been sitting there. And then there's a smaller spot a bit in front of me that looked like where it had been resting its feet. And I sat in that bald spot and stretched my legs all the way out. If I took my feet, and tipped my toes forward, I was probably still 6 inches away from where it would have had its feet. So I don't know if we're sharing seats now or what, but it was pretty cool. And the intestines were gone. There was no remnant at all of those intestines.
Wow.
So
That's
I don't
cool.
know. I don't know if another animal had gotten it, or if they had taken it down, or what. But it was gone. And only. I mean, you all saw that I laced that place with apples, oranges, grapes, peanut butter, all kinds of stuff. And only part of it was gone. The oranges were still there. They were knocked down. One was down in the bushes that I couldn't get to. The apples were gone. The grapes are still hanging there, and those are just rotting away. The peanut butter was still there. The seashells were still there, but 3 rocks that I put down next to the peanut butter were gone.
Huh.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. So maybe they're picky about what they get. You know what I mean? Maybe they're picking and choosing. So I don't know.
That's all
I
right.
don't know. Yeah, absolutely. All right. You know, and then, you know, Ken King watched my my videos and stuff, and he's all, you know what? This is kind of my fault. And I don't blame him one bit. I mean, for sharing this information with me, but he's like, if you put too much stuff out, they won't take it. It's like they feel it's a trap. And I did. I laced that place. It's not because it's a trap, but it's because I want to spoil them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You want to see what they take and what they don't take.
And it's weird too, because when I went out yesterday, I had the feeling that, I don't know, I shouldn't put a whole bunch of stuff out. I just had that feeling, don't put a bunch of stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
So I only put one apple. I put one green apple out. I unscrewed the top of the peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of reorganized the seashells and stuff around the peanut butter. But it was weird that I had that feeling, you know. So yeah, I did. Yeah, I knew. Yeah, pretty much. You know what I mean? And I kind of got a little saddened that, you know, the grapes weren't taken. Like, birds didn't even take the grapes.
Huh.
It was the weirdest thing. It's like the animals stay away from that spot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's like they came in, they took what they wanted, and then, you know, they went about their way. But the seashell I put in the V of that tree where the quartz rock disappeared, mm-hmm. I did find it down in the bushes. I got that out. And I put it back, but I put it deeper into the bark.
Oh yeah.
I think a critter may have just knocked it out because I just kind of set it there.
Oh yeah.
So I put it in deeper in the V of the bark, but we'll see. We'll see.
Nothing wrong with that.
You know, I mean, I don't know what to say. You know, I mean,
I had one time I went down there and I had my dogs. I had both of my dogs. I had a Jack Russell and my Chihuahua. And I think I told you before. And then I did put a bunch of food like you did. And I put a whole bunch of it down this little ravine. And it's in the midst of all these bushes. And it was a lot of good cover. And when it was during the daytime, it was probably around 11. And I put a bunch of bushes down, or food down there. And then I put on the left-hand side of this little pathway, which nobody went down there. It was just between rocks. It just looked like a path, but it wasn't. And right there was rocks that were like in a V shape like that. And right in there, I put my recorder down in there and I hit it. And then he actually came up. When I walked away, you could hear him run up to the recorder, and I swore he was going to eat that food. Instead, he jacked my recorder. I think I had put too much food there, and he shoved a stick in there and started making all this racket, you know, shoving it and just sticking it out like that. And I'm walking away talking. And I come back, and he stopped and ran away. And then once I got in my car, he'd come running back up and did the same thing, and he never touched the food. And I put all kinds of, I even put Jacqueline's up there, man. I mean, you figure he'd eat that, you know?
Yeah.
But he didn't touch anything. Apples, celery, carrots, you name it. I mean, I had Twinkies, ho-hos, the whole 9 yards right there. Never touched anything.
Yeah.
But a recorder, he'd mess with that. And I haven't even left yet. You know?
Yeah, you know, I mean, like Squatchaholic says, you know, if you nuke the area, they may think that it is a trap.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Too. So, I mean, there may be some premise to all that and stuff. You know, I mean, if you getting gifts and stuff taken, then don't load it up with gifts. Just put a few out here and there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I like it. You know, I'm new to all this gifting stuff, so.
Yeah.
Yep. You know, so I'm learning as I go, but.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I had some of my stuff taken before, but yeah, I didn't have a whole lot like I did that time, and they did take it, so it's pretty weird.
Yeah, so just put a few apples out, a couple little trinkets, and just call it a day. You know, don't load. I mean, like I said, I just wanted to spoil them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So there was no ill intent towards them. But
right. Yeah,
I mean, they're already leery about people already. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So what are you gonna do? You know, I mean,
kind of want to find out what they like and what they don't like. You know what I mean? And you're in a hurry to do it. You don't want to wait for next week. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, apparently they don't like oranges and they don't like grapes.
Yeah, I know. They don't like grapes. I noticed that. Yeah.
But and like I said, you know, it's weird because all the apples were gone and there's grapes hanging right there. You know what I mean? The grapes hanging right there. I mean, I thought for sure the grapes are going to be gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I like those.
Weird. The oranges, I mean, they were moved, but they were still there. One was in the bushes and one was down on the ground. I mean, they have a preference of what they want. The seashells were still there, but there's three rocks missing. So 3 glass rocks. I think there was a blue one, orange one, and a pink one. Those 3 glass rocks are gone, but all the rest of it's still there. You know, so and then not to mention sharing the seat. You know, I mean, they were sitting. Something was sitting in my spot. It's very clear. Something was sitting in my spot. And actually, Brandon texted me today, Bronzini Bigfoot, and he's all, he didn't even, I don't even think he commented on the video. He just texted me. He's all, holy crap, you're sharing seats with him. He's all, that's freaking cool. And I'm like, well, I don't know if I'm sharing seats, but it definitely looks that way. So, interesting stuff, you know what I mean? But I definitely think the higher traffic of people in the area are definitely kind of driving them back a little bit. You know what I mean? And I would love to get further back in there to a place of way better cover. You know what I mean? But I don't want to overstep my bounds. You know what I mean? So I can't hear you.
Sorry.
There you go.
I muted myself because everybody's coming home and I don't want everybody, hey, what's up, party?
Right.
You know? Yeah, there's a fine line there. You don't know when you're going to cross that boundary, you know?
It is a very fine line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, and there's a reason that they've survived for so long without human interaction. You know what I mean? It's because of their skepticism of us. It's because of them being, you know, paranoid of us. I get it. I get it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, what are you going to do? Yeah. What are you going to do? So, you just, you know, you take it step by step and you learn step by step and they'll teach you. They teach you. They will teach you. So, they taught me they don't like grapes and they taught me they don't like oranges.
Yeah.
So, but
that's right.
They like apples. So
yeah.
I'll bring them apples. And they told me, you know, they taught me that they don't like all that stuff in one area.
Huh.
So I'll just
go to the cave.
Max, yeah. Well, it is definitely on my list of things to do, for sure. And I do believe I did find the trail down to it when I was out with Brandon and Lori. That's where we ran into the rattlesnake, and Lori freaked out, and she thought, "No, we're done, going back." So we called it a day. It was getting late, and we called it a day. But I know where that trail is, and I'm pretty sure it leads right down to that cave. And it is definitely on my list of things to do.
That'd be cool.
And I don't know. Maybe I'll do that next week.
Hey.
Maybe I'll get down there next week because I got gators now, snake gators, so I ain't even worry about the snakes. I just go. I went exploring this yesterday and stuff, and I started getting deep in there and stuff. Found some cool stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't even bother with the snakes no more because my boots are snake proof, so my feet are covered. And then I got gators that come all the way up underneath my knee.
Oh, that'll work.
So. I'm not even worried about it.
You look like a Florida guy.
the foxtails are a pain in the butt.
Yeah, I hate those things.
I mean, I come walking out of the bushes and stuff, and the toes of my boots look like freaking porcupines with foxtails. So, you know what I mean? But I mean, my wife sits here with me for like an hour, tweezers pulling foxtails out of my, and then I got to pull the laces out, get everything out, stuff like that. So, you know, it is what it is. So, what are you gonna do?
Yep, that's true.
So, well, don't know. I mean, I guess we'll get started on all this email BS.
Yeah, BS it is.
It is. So, excuse me. For those who don't know, Lewis knows a little bit about this. I was contacted via email by a gentleman who goes by John Connolly. It's JohnConley, and his first set of emails and stuff. We're hey, I'm a local person. Can you do you feel comfortable taking me out and showing me the ropes of Bigfooting? You know what I mean? And he says he lives west of Bel Air. And I'm like, yeah, I'll take you out. Give me a call. And I gave him my phone number. And he then replied back that he doesn't feel comfortable calling somebody he doesn't know. And I'm like, well, red flag there. I mean, it's only a phone call. I'm 42 years old. It's not like I'm going to sit there and call you and bug you all day. I mean, me and you, we have each other's phone numbers. We go a week without talking to each other. Not a big deal. I mean, we're adults. You know what I mean? So I thought that was a red flag there. And then he sent me I asked him, hey, do you have any snake gaiters? If not, get some. And he's all, I own a pair of snake boots. So, okay, cool, whatever, cool. And then I threw a location out there. I wasn't even about to throw out my actual location. But I threw a location out there. Hey, do you know where this street is and this street? And he's all, I've heard of this, but I don't know where this is. And I replied to him that, all right, well, I'll go up. I'll get you an address that you can GPS. Of course, I didn't go up there. I knew this is all BS. You know what I mean? And let me see if I can find the emails. He then he sent me an email stating that there was another reason why he emailed me. And I'm like, okay, here it comes. So he's like, well, I started employment with the DOI, which is the Department of Interior, back in 1978. And I worked there for about 5 years, and I was up. They gave me an option to take a position within a special unit within the DOI. And he said he said, yeah, and he didn't know what he was getting into. But apparently it was a team designed to control Sasquatch in certain areas that have been harassing people. And that he was I keep getting these emergency alerts on my phone. Let me see here if I can find it. Yeah, I think this is it. Well, see. That him and his team were sent on a mission to an area, and they didn't know what they were getting into. That they worked their way within 50 yards of a Sasquatch group, not knowing that they got in between an alpha male and a female with babies. And unfortunately, he had to be the one to pull the trigger on the female. And that the body was collected and sent to Cheyenne Mountain in Colorado. I'm sure, I'm pretty sure Squatchaholic knows about Cheyenne Mountain there. And of course, at this point, I'm going, oh, wow, I can't wait to hear more. But I'll wait, you know what I mean? Till, we can get your stories. And he agreed to write his stories down and send them to us and read them on this podcast and stuff like that. It was in the end and stuff. I mean, he went on to talk about how there was two teams back in the day. One was called Alpha Team, one was called Bravo Team, and he was part of this thing called Roosevelt's Rangers and all this stuff. And not to say any of the Alpha Team or the Bravo Team or the Roosevelt Rangers, because it's never been spoken in public before, and blah, 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 and all this stuff. And the reason he was contacting me is because he needed to talk about it. Now this is not, this next part is not something that anybody should joke about ever on anything. He said he tried to commit suicide 5 months ago because of the dreams he was having. And suicide is not anything to joke about at any time. And the fact that this guy went that route to say that is just absolutely absurd. So, I mean, emails went on back and forth for a little bit, and, here's one of his emails. It says, just to give you a little preview into what to expect from me. I was employed by the government in 1978. I worked for the Department of Interior for 5 years until I asked if I'd like to apply for an opening on a new unit with the code name of Wild Bunch. The real name was Roosevelt's Rangers. That name has never been told to the public before. None of us really knew what we were getting into. I had a background as an Army Green Beret in the latter parts of Vietnam. I'll give you a brief overview of what went down on our first assignment. There was reports of a group of Sebidae Telidae, government name for Sasquatch, in parentheses, making a ruckus on the Canadian border near Glacier, Montana. We were sent in to deal with the problem with the non-lethal measures, but could use lethality if necessary. Since this is a brief overview, I will state this. We got into about 50 yards of these Sasquatch using thermals and stealth techniques taught to us. We got down a gully and a strategic point to try and cut them off. Little did we know that we got in between a dominant male and two females that were hiding younger ones. One thing led to another, and I ended up being the one to pull the trigger and kill a female Sasquatch. The body was collected and sent to Cheyenne. This is an email sent to me, okay, from this John Connolly. So that was that email, and then I to play along with his delusions, I said, oh wow, can't wait to hear more, but I will wait for the end, I asked him if we can come up with a bunch of questions for him to answer, and I'll email them to him and stuff like that, and he'll answer them and stuff, and we can read those and stuff on the podcast. So at this point, I'm just humoring him because there's no way, shape, or form that a DOI agent in a situation like that would ever come out to the public. And, oh wow, I'll wait for the answers or questions and stories. Now this part's kind of important for me to do this on here. And it's like, can I share these emails on the podcast as a teaser for your stories to kind of build up to your stories anonymously, of course. May I also share your hard time 5 months ago, which is when he said he tried to commit suicide. And I think it will show the people what the people on the ground really go through. You know what I mean? And I think it'll really hit hard in the community. I promise to keep anything you want private. Just let me know what not to share. So he emailed me back. He said, thanks so much. Hold on. I'm getting all these emails backwards. So, I mean, I emailed him. I said, good day, John. Before this goes any further, I need to ask you some personal questions because I feel like I'm being baited. So, of course, I'm playing into his little BS, you know what I mean? Baited to get to my group of Sasquatch. I have already given you too much info on me in my area, which is just a bunch of BS to him. A friend of mine sent me a Facebook post, someone's Facebook of a John Connolly who is in the military. And I emailed that to him. I said, is this you in the attachment? That was question number 1. Is this you in the attachment for the Facebook thing? 2 is, are you still affiliated with the DOI or retired? 3 is, why did you decide to contact me on this matter when there are much bigger people on YouTube with much bigger subscriber bases than me? 4, do you plan to send in the goons to eradicate my group? 5, why should I trust or believe you? Anyone can tell anyone anything in an email. Again, I'm letting him know that I think he's BS, and he didn't get it. I'm not trying to be an a-hole about this, and we are very interested in your story still. I just want to make sure you're not trying to get to my group of Sasquatch and harm them in any way, shape, or form. Just to let you know, now I'm being serious at this point. Just, this is my email to him. Just to let you know, I will fight to the death for them, and I'm very, very capable of doing so. And I will. I mean, if anybody messes with my group in any way that I don't like, they've got a problem, because I do not want them harmed in any way. Just to let people out there know. My particular group is very peaceful people. Yes, I said people. They are not animals, creatures, or beings. They are a people. They have been in my area for a very long time, and absolutely no incidents with humans or pets of any kind. Sorry for being blunt, straightforward, but given your history and background, I feel I need to be very cautious. Again, letting him know I'm thinking he's BS. So, blah, blah, blah. Just playing into his BS. He says, he replies back, let me start off by saying that you and your group are in no way, shape, or form going to be harmed. And trust me, I could do it very easily. I laugh now, but he's all, but that is not me anymore. The main reason I am doing this is because I feel as if this information needs to get out about the government has done to these hominids. He says, yes, I said hominids. I have a lot to tell you. I feel very upset with myself for killing these amazing hominids. I attempted to commit suicide 5 months ago because I kept having dreams about their faces. Let me start off by saying there are two groups meant for these types of situations. Regarding the Sasquatch Alpha and Bravo, our missions were not to kill these Sasquatch. We were sent in to push them back into their land so they wouldn't bother to kill any more humans. We only dealt with the problem groups and have never killed the innocent. I was part of the Alpha Bravo. I was part of the Alpha, so the Alpha team. Bravo team was once sent in to kill part of the Nordag group that Todd Standing talks about in his documentary. So, he says, now to answer your questions. No, John Connolly is not my name. I am emailing you from a burner computer in Canada. I will not share my real name for my own safety and my family's. 2, I am retired. 3, a lot of other people didn't believe me, and I could tell you were legit. So that's why he emailed us about it, because whatever. Yes, the government still does have a group that does that stuff. Only one now, and they're aware of every location of every Sasquatch group. I can get info on your group, so I wouldn't even need you. Another thing you should never have emailed anything about me to anyone that breaks a bond with a little bit, but I'm still going to share my stories with you. I did email you and 4 other people this guy's information just in case he did turn out to be legit and I go missing. You just have a place to start. You know what I mean? That was just as a small precaution. So
yeah, just in case.
Yeah, just in case. Here's a little info on the DOI. They do not harm unless needed. The national parks were founded in key areas of their habitats. So the whole theory that Roosevelt did the whole national parks and stuff because of his experience and stuff like that. Once again, I will not harm you or your groups. Nothing will happen to anybody. You can fully trust me. I hope I can fully trust you. So, you know, and then, you know, after a while, let me see here. I sent he emailed me, just finished up one story. I'll have another one done tomorrow. Hell, I even found an old friend on the stream tonight. Gonna ask him if I can write about one of his stories. I'm not going to discuss who his friend is, because it would blow your mind who his friend is. I'll skip that email. So basically, I question his association with this friend he saw on the live stream. And he said, and why would you question the association? Just because I knew him for about 8 months. He said he was surprised he even remembered him. So, I mean, in the end, I basically let me find it. There's so many emails. I mean, I must have 15 or 20 emails from this guy. This is the clincher. This is what did it for me. This is where I knew everything was BS for 100%. Okay, I will talk tomorrow. I received some info from an insider I have in the DOI. Apparently, there's a routine expedition going out into blank mountains near your area, like they always are. There really is no details besides the date is the 7th of next month. So now he's BSing me and stuff that there's a routine expedition going into my area for my group on the 7th of next month. And I just sent him simply, I want details if possible. Yeah, he then emailed back. It's some sort of recon mission to obtain DNA to study if the population is doing well or if it's in jeopardy. Really? Okay. And he says, I can't get any more info. So this is where I lay into him. Well, John, I call BS on everything you have said. I don't know who the F you think you're dealing with, but I'm not effing stupid. I don't think it's a coincidence that you know so-and-so. I also don't think you have anything to do or have had anything to do with the DOI. I also don't think there's anything planned by the DOI in my area. You actually think I would give up my group location to a random stranger? LMFAO. I also don't think you're in Canada. More like New Jersey. Just threw something out there. I also think you go by blank on YouTube. It's another person. I have forwarded all of these emails to an active FBI agent I know. He is now monitoring my email. If in fact you are not who you say you are, they will find you and arrest you for impersonating a government official. Again, like I said, you don't know who you're effing with. So if all of what I said above is not true, prove it. Otherwise, we are done. Also, I will expose you publicly. Have a nice day. And
email back yet?
a few hours later, he did email me back, and this is what he said. He said, "Well, you got me. It was all a joke. I don't need the FBI after me, so I am done. I made it all up. I am not blank, as you claim I am. My name is Tom Serene. Sorry about all of this. I was going to use it for a prank show, but I realized I have been a total a-hole. Goodbye." Yeah. So everybody out there, get your guard up because he brings a whole new level of troll.
Yeah, it's terrible.
To the term. I then replied to him. I said, "Thanks for replying. Impersonating a government official is extremely illegal, whether in person or online. Now they have something to trace. Sorry, but it's out of my hands now." He then replied, "I have not done anything wrong. I did not try to get any money, documents, papers, or anything from you. Neither did I try and claim I was an active agent and tried to enter anything you owned, claiming I was an agent. All I did was say is I had stories. I did not try to use it to gain anything from you at all." No, I mean, he knows the law. You know what I mean? He probably looked it up before he did all of this, which is, premeditated. But
well, he tried to get information from you.
Yeah. So in short, I did not attempt to gain anything from you, nor did I attempt to harm you in any way. So I will stop emailing you. Good day. And then the other day he emailed me, LOL. Yep, I think it was yesterday morning. So there you go, everybody. If you get a Tom Serene, that's TOMSERENE on your channel, block him. Just block him. Don't even deal with him. He's an absolute joker. He's just BSing everybody. Just block him. Be done with it. Don't even deal with it. The guy's a total jerk. He's a total troll. And
Let's see. Whole
There you
different
go.
level.
brings a whole new meaning to the term troll.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. You're gonna email me talking and then he brings up the suicide card.
Yeah.
Really?
That's ridiculous.
That's not something to joke about on any level.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely not something to joke about on any level.
Nope.
I mean, he's absolutely despicable. So, Tom Serene, if you're out there, I hope you're watching this. I'm sure you know what that is.
You know it's behind here.
So, if anybody out, I don't know if he's got a prank channel on YouTube or what, but if he does and people know his name, just
Block him.
Just dose him. Just dose him. I mean,
Yep.
the extreme he'll go to and stuff to do a prank is absolutely absurd and BS. So,
Yep.
you know,
Uh,
that was my internet week, my email week. You know what I mean? Most people are very sincere. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And
well, those kind of people ruin it for them too.
you know, I mean, and they ruin it for the whole community.
Yep.
So if there's anybody out there in this community, keep an eye out for this jerk.
Yep.
He's probably gonna try and freaking troll you and do what he did to me. And like I said, I'm smarter than the average bear, and I caught on very quickly.
Yeah, we get all the picnic baskets. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And just get rid of him. Keep an eye out for his name, Tom Serene, and just be done with him. Just block him immediately. Make sure, you know, I mean, everybody, just be careful out there. And, you know, so.
Hey, Pappy.
Yeah. Hi, Sharon. How you doing? Fletch Explorers. Glad to see you, buddy. Yeah, it was.
I think Cryptid was on here a little bit ago.
Yeah, Cryptid 559. He did a live earlier today. He has some. I think we're gonna have to have him back on the podcast soon because he's got some pretty cool pictures to share.
I gotta look because I was at the beach today, so I don't know what was going on today.
Yeah,
I was at the beach with my sister. I got a new sweater.
So.
Oh, I ran it over too. Dang, man. See? Got me a new sweater. What?
Nice. Nice.
Bam.
There you go.
So, yeah. I ate some. What the heck did I eat? Just carne asada tacos, but it was at a like a little crab shack place. Oscar got to go sit outside.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
We have a place up here. I forget what it's called, but it's a restaurant where they allow dogs.
Yeah, there's a lot of them here.
Yeah, we have to sit outside with ours because ours aren't very very well restaurant trained. And, Monkey's got a mouth on him, man. He smells food and he starts so.
Oh yeah, I know. I heard him. I start at 5 o'clock usually, or what time is it?
Oh yeah, 5:30. It is dinner time. You could set a clock by his stomach. I kid you not. 5:30. He's barking.
Yeah.
So
last time we were on the phone, you're like, "What time is it?" Because I heard the dog barking.
Yeah.
You're like, it must be 5:30. I looked, it was like, "Yep, 5:30."
Yep, 5:30. Yep. I mean, yeah. So you could set the atomic clock to his dang stomach. It's funny as heck, but you know. So
I have John muted because when he's on the phone, you can hear you talking.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
echoing and stuff.
I had to mute him.
Yeah, right.
He doesn't have headphones either, so
sorry,
John.
Yeah. It's in case anybody's wondering, the gentleman down in the bottom is John Rodriguez, one of our moderators.
Yeah.
He just thought
he wanted to be on here, be seen.
Yeah, be on, take up some of the space. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the everything. Oh, cool. Glad to have him on there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to get him a Ethernet cable and send it to him.
Yeah, I have to send him some headphones.
Yeah, headphones and Ethernet cable. So
And donations.
yeah. Hey, Cryptid, how you doing, buddy?
There
Glad
he
you're
is.
still there. Glad you're still here. And then we got
Did Cryptid get back?
Happy Two Bears.
Did Cryptid sign up again?
What's that?
Did Cryptid sign up again to come back on?
No, not yet. No, I was just thinking, after his live stream today and stuff, I was thinking, we should have him on to talk about his new evidence. I mean, he's got a pretty good picture.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, pretty interesting picture. So, I mean, you can go to his live stream and look at it, but it'd be cool to have him back on. So, I mean, Cryptid, if you want to come back on the podcast, man, just email me.
Yeah.
And we'll get you set up. So
that'd be cool.
Yeah, really cool. And then we got some cool people coming up, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll have to contact Lee, just a guy from nowhere, and get him rescheduled. He was scheduled for today, and fortunately for him, unfortunate for us, he got a call about a sighting very close to his house. So he's out investigating that right now, and you can check that out on his channel. He goes by "I'm Just a Guy from Nowhere," and he said it's probably going to be a multi-part thing going on, and he did upload one part of it already. So pretty cool. He's so excited and so jazzed about it. You know what I mean? So really cool. So yeah, that's been my week. So
that's a busy week, man.
In here, it started out as like, oh, I've seen you do collab with, Bronzini Bigfoot and stuff like that. I'm wondering if you could show me the ropes of Bigfooting. Yeah, sure. Thinking he's being sincere.
Yeah.
And then and he comes out and says, well, there's a real reason why I emailed you, and just starts going to this DOI BS, and he pulls the suicide card, and it's just like, dude.
Yeah, that's too much.
That's too much, man. I mean, even for a prank, you don't pull the suicide card. No. That's not cool, man.
Yeah, because that's
what I mean.
That's a lot of real stuff going on.
And that whole suicide card, I mean, that falls into the whole PTSD thing too. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, there's men and women of law enforcement and military that suffer from that, dude. That's not something to mess with. And then you pull the suicide card.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many people in law enforcement and the military with PTSD have committed suicide.
A lot. Yeah.
That's not cool. That's not something to prank about. No. Not something to use in a prank ever.
No.
So he's a real POS in my book.
Yeah.
So Tom Serene, if you're watching, you're a POS, dude.
Yeah.
You really are, dude.
Yeah.
Not because you tried to prank me, dude. It's because you pulled the suicide card, man. So, I mean, just to let you know, the FBI really isn't coming to look at you. But just to let people out there know, I do know active and retired Navy. I do know active and retired Army. I know active and retired police. I know active and retired judges. Mm-hmm. And I do know active and retired people within various government branches. And I do have a friend that I went to high school with that is active FBI.
Yep.
So, and I did run it by him, and he told me, the extent of what he'd be able to do.
Yeah.
And, but, there you go. Prank's on you, buddy.
Okay, now.
Keep it up, man. I will send the FBI after you.
Yeah, we just need somebody to go there and knock on his door.
Be careful about the pranks you pull, man. It'll land you in federal prison real quick if you're not careful.
Yeah.
So,
Uh,
well, there you go. I mean,
bags
what do you do?
out of the bag now.
So, you know, um, I don't know, man. They're, you know, and then now we got all this dang rioting going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You know, it's really unfortunate that officer did that.
Oh,
And yeah, Cryptid, email me anytime. My email's at the bottom. We'll
Yep.
get you rescheduled to come on and talk.
yeah.
You and Jesus, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know if they've shut anything down around you, Lewis.
No, not because of the riot.
Yeah. Well,
No, there's nobody
it's
riot.
getting closer and closer to my house, and places all around me are actually shutting businesses down, boarding stuff up,
That's crazy.
and yeah, I've got
They grow up.
my bow out, and I've got a
You gotta
few
do
little
something.
surprises. So
Yeah, you
ready,
gotta- something to defend yourself.
you know. It
What
comes
do
to
you?
my family,
Yeah, you have to.
you know. And one thing I learned from all these retired inactive people within the military and the law enforcement and stuff like that is a saying: you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes.
Yeah, and I don't
Well,
like those.
here I'm here to give you your stupid prize if you play a stupid game.
I don't like those prizes.
You know what I mean? I don't like those prizes either, man.
I like
don't
my
play
gifts
stupid games.
wrapped in full metal jackets. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, you play stupid games, you're gonna get a stupid prize, man. They come around my house playing stupid games.
Mm,
Well, I got stupid prizes for them. So,
yeah, yeah,
unfortunately, that's just. I mean, I'm gonna protect my family.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and I definitely do think that the law enforcement, they need to quit playing with them little pepper balls
Yeah,
and them rubber bullets and just start laying people out, because they're not going to learn until they see the bodies drop.
yeah. They're not going
Un-
home. They're looting
Unfortunately,
enough too much right now.
yeah, unfortunately. And you know what, dude? They're burning places down, dude, and
Yeah.
that affects. I mean, what about the people that work there? What about
Yes.
the people that work there that have kids to feed
That
and
people
have
own.
rent to pay and have bills to pay, and now they have no job to go to
Yep.
because these idiots wanted to go out and break windows and steal stuff and get free TVs. You know what I mean? Horrible, absolutely horrible.
Yep.
And I won't tolerate it one bit. You know what I mean? I don't.
No.
You know, it's not cool. There's plenty of other ways and stuff to get your point across. And
Yeah.
you know, I'll be the first to admit, yes, I believe all 4 of those officers should be incarcerated.
Yeah.
And I believe that main officer should definitely be tried with murder charges.
Well, yeah. Well, one,
Absolutely.
yeah, for sure. The one and the other ones are, get a less charge because they weren't the one that had
accessories to murder.
Right. Yeah. It's just like anybody else would be.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like anybody else.
If I committed a murder and all of us were there, I would get the bigger charge and you guys would get the,
Right. You know what I mean? So, I mean, there's other ways they can go. I mean, peaceful protesting gets the same thing construed. But I mean, they basically burned down all of Minneapolis.
That's stupid.
Absolutely horrible. Yeah, I mean, they burned their own town down. Okay, so
retarded.
Where are people going to work? Where are you going to buy food?
Yeah,
it's just such a disruption. It's just not necessary.
Yeah,
and I didn't want to bring any of this up. You know what I mean? But I think.
Well, how can you not? I mean, it's happening right there in your neighborhood.
I know. Yeah. You know what I mean? And my daughter lives down on the corner. She's on a corner. I'm like, you're in a bad spot. I mean, her corner is really dark. The nearest street light is probably 50 yards from her. Great. So, yeah, I'm like, if there's anything that goes on, you just get your dog, get whatever you need, and get the heck over to the house. They're half a block away. And the gas station, a block and a half that I go to all the time, little mini mart stuff. I've been going there for years and years. I know everybody that works there. And one of them actually subscribes to the podcast and subscribes to both of our channels. They don't have a channel themselves, but they subscribe and they watch the videos and stuff. And I went down there and they're closing the doors at 4:00.
Damn.
And I'm like, well, if I wrote down my name, I wrote down my address, I gave her directions, I gave her my phone number. If the stuff starts going down, you get out, you let this place burn, you get to my house. You know what I mean? You get I'm a block and a half. You could do that run in 3 minutes. It's less than 3 minutes, and you know your boyfriend can come pick you up from there. But let this place burn. Hit the shut off on the gas pumps, and get out. Let the place burn. Yeah. Oh, and she's like, well, I don't think they'll do anything and stuff to gas stations. I'm all, you have beer, you have cigarettes, and you have money. Mm-hmm. If they want it, they'll do something. And she's all, yeah, you're right. So, I mean, they're burning down police stations, for God's sakes.
Yeah, police cars.
And, you know, I mean, dude, taxpayers pay for those police cars. That's going to affect everybody.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Job.
Taxpayers pay for the police stations.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to affect us.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
stupid. All that stuff. Yeah.
And then my wife, we were, you know, Lewis, that my wife feeds a feral colony of cats at her work in El Segundo. So I've been going with her every night at 10:00, you know, to go feed the cats because she has other people do it in the morning and then one person in the afternoon, and then we go at night.
Yeah.
And with all this stuff going on, we've been going at 9 instead of 10. And we went there at 9:00 last night, and she's on Facebook, and she's like, all right, we got to go. I'm going, why? This situation looks cool. We're mellow. Nothing going on. Let's hang out and make sure all the cats get plenty of food to eat and stuff like that. So, no, we got to go. And I'm going, what's your problem? And she shows me this post on Facebook from Fort Bend, Texas, that there's a militia group that is going to start assassinating white families. And that white families are going to pay for their sins and all this other stuff. And I'm going, where did she say that was? And she's all Fort Bend. So I looked it up. I'm like, it's in Texas. And she's all, but still, they said that there's thousands of them everywhere and they're fully armed and all this. And I'm, well,
bring it.
Let's go. So we came home. We dumped food on the ground. Said, "See you later, cats. We're out." Doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me any. I don't think it's gonna.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, it's one post on Facebook that could spread, obviously, to other people's mindless brains to thinking the same thing elsewhere. Yeah. You know what I mean? And the whole thing is just stupid.
Yeah.
You know? So, whatever. You know? I'm going to protect my family by any means possible.
Yep.
And, there you go.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? The police are busy. If you called 911, you'd probably get a busy tone. You know?
Yeah. Yep.
So, what do you do?
See what he says, and it's true too. This is what they do. They come from outside of town and they destroy our town and go back home.
Exactly. You know, yeah. If people live in one area, they're going to go to the next city over, destroy stuff there, and when there's nothing else to destroy there, they're going to move to the next place and the next place, and it's just a plague that just
they're just putting fuel in the fire. And that's all the people. A lot of people they arrested are not even from LA.
Exactly.
They come down here to loot and destroy, and then go back home.
Right. And a lot of people in Minneapolis they arrested weren't even from we're from out of state.
Yeah, out of state. Yeah,
From a whole other state.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They come down here to get all the goods and stuff and go back home, and then everybody in LA pays the price for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I mean? It's pathetic,
It's
man.
sad.
I mean, I know it's a small percentage of human out there that think that way and do that kind of crap. And that's why I'm saying for the police, the law enforcement, and the National Guard, just don't even bother with the rubber bullets and the pepper balls and all that stuff.
Yep.
Just start. I mean, I hate to say this.
Yep.
But just, I mean, they're not going to learn till they see bodies drop.
Yep.
And to be quite honest with you, we don't need that kind of element anywhere.
No.
In any city, in any state.
Yeah.
And anybody that's going to do that,
Hmm.
they don't deserve to walk the same earth with us law-abiding, peaceful humans. I know it's kind of a harsh thing to say, but
hey, we're not going to have a city by the time they're done.
you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Hey, we may be heading down to you, Lewis. So we may
whoa.
we're gonna show up at John's house.
Whoa.
Go live with John. So,
go to John's, yeah.
You know, but yeah, we'll go to John's. So we'll go show up at John's and hang out with him. So, you know, I mean, we can't go north because of Sacramento and all that stuff. They're doing all. I mean, we couldn't even go up to Idaho because we got to go right through those areas.
Go
you know
to
what
Canada.
I mean? So,
White neighbors to the north.
You know, I mean, I'm not trying to be racist or anything like that.
Oh, no.
I mean,
I can't go to Mexico.
I am not racist in any way, shape, or form. I have neighbors that are black that are 20 feet. We share the same wall, and they are the most wonderful people in the world. I work for a black guy. Yeah. I mean, some of my best friends are from India or Mexico, or it doesn't matter. Cool people are cool people. It doesn't matter the damn color of your skin.
That's right.
You're cool people. You're cool people. I don't mind. You know, it doesn't bother me one bit. So,
you're prejudiced to buttholes.
Yeah, but if you're a jerk, you're a jerk.
Yeah.
You know, like Tom Serene, I'll call you out. I got no problem doing it. Yep. So
terrible.
You know. Well, I think we're up on an hour, and I think we've done enough venting for tonight.
Yeah.
So
what? We can't go to Arizona? Forget it. I'm done.
No, Arizona. Dang.
All
right. I guess it's New Mexico and Nevada.
Yeah, Nevada will be all right.
You know, probably, I think we need to stay out of Vegas. I don't know how Vegas is doing right now, but
yeah,
I don't know.
They're probably up all night, though. I'm sure.
Well, there's Ken.
Yeah, Ken comes in
always showing up at the last minute. So
yeah, we're gonna say hit clock ahead a little bit.
Hi, Rachel. Hi, Ken.
Yeah. Hi, late 1 and late 2.
Yeah. It's an hour late, but better late than never. So,
yeah.
You know. Well,
all
there
right.
you go. Well, I'm gonna get the ladder out so I can get up on the roof and
start sandbags out.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I got a couple of sheets of that cement board.
There you go.
And I know I'm gonna layer that up, put a couple 2x4s so it's at an angle.
Yeah,
put that up on the roof. Yeah.
Yep.
Put that up on the roof and you know.
Throw right.
My wife's got her rifle ready. So it's sad that we have to do this, but
what? It's not our fault, California.
Well, you know what, Ken? You need to set the time.
Yeah.
California time.
Yeah, I think we should just all the time together.
Yeah. I think US should just be one big time zone.
Yeah, just one time zone.
One time zone. None of this BS.
Yeah.
So just call it a day. Make it easy for everyone.
Yeah, we won't let the sun go down earlier over there.
Right.
Make it go down at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
that makes that work better.
Yeah. No. Well.
She's Louise.
Yeah. 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 She's ready.
She got her
She
cannon.
is ready. Yep. She's ready. So, I mean, all day long, I've just been hearing helicopters and sirens everywhere. So,
not me. It's been quiet over here.
Lucky you. Lucky you.
I know.
Like I said, we're going to come hang out with John.
Yeah, I think we'll be good with John.
My entire family and the dogs, the animals, the turtle, the rabbit, everything.
All the animals.
All going to John's. So,
yeah, all right. Yep. John's stuck. Looks like he's.
Well, yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
Well, everybody, it's been fun. I think I've vented enough. And
yeah. Maybe next week it'll be about Bigfoot.
Yeah. Well, we had a little bit of Bigfoot talk in the beginning.
I'm going to try to get out this week. I'm going to try to go out there. I got to try to get out there. I've been so busy with the school thing.
Right.
Oh, I'm exhausted.
I know.
I've been working. I just want to get out there and just do at least one day out there.
I'm telling you. You need to swallow your pride and just hook up with Mike.
Blah, 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 blah.
I'm telling you, dude. He's a genuine person, dude. And he's got, he actually went out to your area and had quite an encounter.
I know.
Experience. So,
yeah. And during the day.
During the day, too. Yeah. So, and he's got that dog that's a good alert system, too, man.
Yeah.
He's got that pointer
over there. He goes, I'm not going over there by myself.
Yeah, that's what he emailed me. He's like, I went to Lewis's spot, and dude, I don't want to go back there by myself, but I want to go back.
Yeah. I've told you they're active during the day, even. It's crazy over there.
Right.
I need to get back over there. Golly.
All right. Yeah. You need to get out there.
Maybe I'll take him out there at night, but I'll tie him to his bumper so he don't leave.
He wants to, he's got that whole rig he's setting up for squatching, man.
I know.
He's got that whole camper set up, dude. He's setting up for squatching. So, and he's right down the road from you.
I know. Yeah, he's right there by my spot is where he lives.
Yeah.
Right down.
And he knows people up on the hill, too.
Yeah.
On the top of the hill. So,
yeah, a couple of ranchers.
I
want to try out those spots up there in the ranch.
I want to get up there too with you, man, because when all this BS blows over with all this virus and all this looting and rioting, and
hey, we'll just go hang out.
When I get get some work under my belt and get some money, dude, I'm heading down there, dude. I want to stop by and pick up Brandon.
Yeah.
Head down to you. Get to Mike's.
You guys will be tripping at night over there in that service.
Get to Mike's.
You go on activity with a Bigfoot. I'm telling you, go there. You'll get it. You'll get it.
Yeah.
It's scary,
dude. One thing after another happening, man.
That
virus put a freaking damper on everybody's plans. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And now this, it's just horrible, man. You're really putting a damper on my plans, man. So, but yeah, dude, definitely hook up with Mike.
Mm-hmm.
And
did you see that?
I did.
I blocked it.
Ow. Good.
Sucker.
Yeah,
that
was a hair trigger right there, brother. That was a hair trigger right there. So
I believe he popped up like that.
I don't believe it. I can't. Whatever. Man. Whatever. So there you go, people.
Cojones.
Yep. There you go. That's what happens.
Yep.
Done deal.
So what we're waiting for. We're waiting for that to come up.
Surprising to pop up sooner.
Yeah, I know, me too.
Yep. All right. Well, everybody, be safe out there. Protect your family. Protect your friends. Protect yourselves. And we'll see you next week.
Thanks everybody for stopping by. Appreciate it.
Thank you everybody for coming. And we'll hopefully be back on topic next week. So, all right, everybody.
Peace out.
Be careful out there and have a good time. See you later.